So it's 8 o'clock, we'll begin. And this morning, this Saturday, we're going to be doing the body awareness meditation, body scan. I don't know, I never used to like the body scan. I used to find it a bit boring, dare I say. Sometimes it takes a while to get to know what it's about, really. And I think it's really important to relax with it. It's really important to allow it to help us to relax, so that as we travel through the body, we take our mind away from take ourselves away from our mind, away from our busy chattering mind, and into the heart mind, really, into sensations and feelings and a kind of magic that's in the body. And I haven't got a poem to read out about that this morning, but I've got a poem that I found that is hopeful. We need hope in this world. We need positivity, and this is a very positive poem. And for those of us who are doing spiritual practice of any kind, we are trying to make a difference to the world, aren't we? And this is our poem, I think. Before I read that, good morning to Paul. Yeah, Paul's joined us with a long morning. So anyway, yes, settle down, Shakyapada. I'm going to read this poem, and I think it's beautiful, and it's full of inspiration for me. And then we'll do the body scan. It's called 1,000 Years of Healing, and it's by Sue Silver Marie. With this turning, we put a broken age to rest. We who are alive at such a cusp now usher in 1,000 years of healing. From whence my hope I cannot say, but it grows in the cells of my skin, my envelope of mysteries. In this skin, in this sheath so akin to the surface of the earth, I sense the faint song. Beneath the wail and dissonance, this singing rises. Winged ones and four-leggeds, grasses and mountains and each tree, all the swimming creatures, even we, wary two-leggeds, hum and call and create the changes. We remake our relations, mend our minds, convert our minds to the earth. We practice blending our voices, living with the vision of the great magic that we move within. We begin a new habit, getting up glad for 1,000 years of healing. And I do believe that we can do that. I do believe that the human species can still change, can still start off in a whole new direction. And that's what we're doing by doing this every morning. It's the start, it's the beginning of this 1,000 years of healing. And the more we can do it, the more we can affect other people and help them to change. So here we go. Good morning to Amita Shuri, good to see you, and Sarah. So we'll settle down now and just make sure we're comfortable. So you could be lying on the bed, lying on the floor, sitting on a cushion or a chair. Wherever you are, just make sure that you're comfortable and you're going to be able to sit like this or lie like this for the next 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. And just taking a few deep breaths, maybe. Breathing right in holding the breath in the lungs for a few seconds and then emptying the lungs completely, and repeating that a few times. And just allowing the weight of your body to be held by whatever you're sitting or lying on, just letting go of any weight or concerns, tenseness, any limitations. And just noticing the breath now, allowing it to just come and go as it wishes. But just noticing that every time you breathe out, the shoulders seem to drop. It's almost as if the out-breath is encouraging us to relax. So each out-breath, the shoulders drop, and it's an opportunity for any tension or tightness to drop away. Just letting go on each out-breath. Just surrendering to the mystery, the magic of life on each out-breath. And then noticing the in-breath. The in-breath seems to bring us alive, fill us with energy and life, with freshness, with purity, with a pure sense of being. So cherishing each in-breath, allowing it to fill us with purity and love and kindness. Allowing it to open our hearts. Here we are sitting in this precious, ever-evolving moment that we call now. And just noticing how we are right now in this moment. We might be feeling in all sorts of ways, negative and positive, comfortable or uncomfortable. But however we are, just noticing that it's okay. It's just how we are. And we can be with that with a sense of kindness and acceptance. So we're going to begin this morning's journey of exploration through the body with the face. And just notice how you're holding your face. Or are you holding it? We have a tendency to present ourselves to the world through our faces. This puts a strain on the face and it becomes a habit. So just allowing the forehead to relax, to really relax, the skin to soften, creases to drop out, any frown to disappear. Just really relaxing the forehead. And allowing the eyes to be soft. Even with our eyes closed, we might tend to stare in some way. Just allowing the eyes to relax. And allowing the skin on the face to let go, just drop, just sag. And letting the jaw drop open slightly, the tongue resting in the mouth. Just keeping a weather eye on the face, allowing it to stay soft. The tendency might be for it to tighten up again. So just allowing it to stay in this softer, comfortable position, state. Moving down the throat. What can you feel there? Maybe if you swallow, you notice the throat. And down to the shoulders. Still rising and falling with each in-breath and out-breath. Are there any sensations in the shoulders that you can feel? Pleasant or unpleasant? If they're a bit unpleasant, like aches, just staying with them with a sense of kindness, not fighting them, just allowing any aches or tensions to soften. Our bodies do so much for us, and we often don't appreciate how much we depend upon them. So it's really good to be kind to our bodies. And we're going to move down the arms now, beginning with the upper arms. What can you feel there? Tingling maybe? What else? I'd encourage you not to think about what you can feel. I think that's the way that leads to boredom. Instead, just be in touch with what you feel. Be aware of what you feel. Just as an experience of this moment. What is your experience of the upper arms in this moment? In a way, you're almost trying to be the upper arm. Allowing the sensations to take over the whole of your being. Moving down to the lower arm. Just moving into there with the whole of your awareness. What's that like? And then the inner wrist. Just moving to the inner wrist. Can you feel or have some kind of sensation of your pulse beating away? Not trying too hard, just allowing your awareness to soak into this part of the body. If you can't feel the pulse, that's fine. Just staying open. And moving to the hands. Just noticing, if you've got your hands together, just noticing the ball of energy that comprises of your hands. If your hands are separate, then just seeing there's two separate balls of energy. Aliveness. You feel that it's powerful. The hands seem to have very powerful sensations. Lots of energy in the hands. Just looking at the hands now, the different parts of the hands, the back of the hands, what can you feel there? Again, not thinking about it, just bring in your experience of the hand, of the back of the hand, just noticing it, observing your experience. And what's your experience of the palm of the hand? Is it different? What can you feel there? There's maybe a warmth, a dampness, as well as all the tingling energy. And moving down the fingers, all the way down the fingers to the fingertips. You feel the energy in the fingertips, the tingling sensations. So many nerve endings there. Just alive with feeling. Not trying too hard, just relaxing into this. all the time relaxing. So moving back to the shoulders now, and we're going to go down the back of the body. So in the upper back and the sides of the body, just noticing what you can experience here. What's your raw experience of the upper back and sides of the body? You maybe can sense movement of the breath again, pushing the rib cage outwards and then relaxing. And just experiencing whatever you're experiencing without thinking about it too much. Moving down to the lower back. Can you still feel the subtle movement of the breath even in the lower back? If you can't, just staying open to that, feeling what you can. You might feel something different to what I can. And down into the hips. Now, how on earth can you feel big bony bits? But somehow you can, if you really relax into this sense of awareness of the hips. It might be very subtle. And it might take time to be able to do this, so don't worry if you can't. Moving to the bottom, to the bum, and noticing how your bottom is in contact with the chair or the cushion or the bed. And what that contact feels like. Lots of sensations around the edges of the bottom. And if you're lying down along the edges of all the length of the body, as it touches whatever you're lying or sitting on. And just really interesting. Can you find a boundary? Can you find a boundary between your body and whatever you're in contact with? Is there a point where your body ends and the bed or the floor or the cushion or the chair begins? I would like to guess you can't find one. It's mysterious, isn't it? So moving down the back of the legs now, and beginning with the hamstrings, these big muscles at the top of the back of the leg. probably feeling quite relaxed, but there's a kind of bulk to them that you might be able to pick up on. And again, lots of tingling. And the lower leg, the calf muscle, quite a big tight bundle of muscles, and you feel the presence of the calf muscle. Not worrying if you can't. If you can't feel the muscle, you maybe feel the clothing, any clothing brushing the skin. Or if you've got bare legs, the air brushing the skin. Moving to the ankle, another bony bit. We certainly can feel the ankle if we bang it, hurt it in some way. But can you feel it when the ankle's okay at rest? Not trying too hard, just relaxing into the experience of this part of the body. Not trying to think it out. Our mind is incapable of making contact with these feelings. We need to use our awareness to penetrate the feelings in the body. And moving round the heel to the sole of the foot. Just really homing in, bringing the whole of our experience to the sole of the foot. Almost so that that's all we are. All we are is the sole of the foot. We're so absorbed in it. Can you feel the intensity of the tingling in the sole of the foot? If you can't, just staying with it in a relaxed way, just keeping your attention on this part of the body and relaxing. Allowing the feelings to grow and expand. And moving to the toes. What can you feel in the toes? You might need to wiggle them. And the top of the foot. What are the feelings here? Are they different to anywhere else? And moving up the front of the leg, beginning with the shin bone. Again, can you feel your way into this bony bit? You might feel the skin stretched across the shin bone. And the knee. What's the knee feel like? Can you feel anything in the knee? And the upper leg at the top, the quadriceps, another big set of muscles. If you're sitting, they'll be feeling slightly stretched. If you're lying, they'll be relaxed. But just feeling into them as much as you can. Just feeling what you can. And moving up to the belly. What's going on there? Could have ordinary physical sensations. Now you could have sensations, feelings that come from our emotional state. So this is where we might feel churning or tightness or a knot in the belly or tension. And these are the results of our emotions, our negative emotions. They're not the emotions themselves, they're just the raw sensations in the body. But if we don't pay kind attention to them, they can keep our negative emotions rolling on. So if there's any uncomfortable feelings, uncomfortable sensations in the belly, just being with them with a sense of kindness and acceptance. And this allows them to often to moderate and sometimes disappear. And it can affect our emotional state. Help us to be more positive. And the same thing exactly in the abdomen. We have the feelings of the abdomen, and sometimes we get other sensations, feelings that are generated by our emotional state. The same with our chest. If we get angry, our chest tightens up and stiffens. Our whole body actually tightens up. So if we can separate these negative feelings from our emotional thinking, our emotional mindset, and just take care of these raw sensations in the body that are unpleasant, then we can really change our emotional state, or at least we can help our emotional state to settle, not to spiral out of control. So these feelings, these negative feelings that we get in the body, and all over the body, but particularly in the front of the body, are called Vedana. Kindness and care and love for them makes such a difference. So just noticing the whole of the front of the body now. Just taking it in your awareness right now in this moment. Having a sense of love and care for it all. Just accepting it as it is, however it is. And now broadening out our awareness to the whole of our body, the whole of our being. This felt sense of ourselves. This felt sense of being alive. And just noticing for the last few moments of this meditation, just enjoying the sensations of the whole body without judgment, just opening up to the whole of our being and just observing what our experience is. So I'm going to end by reading the poem again, 1,000 Years of Healing by Sue Silver Marie. With this turning, we put a broken age to rest. We who are alive at such a cusp now usher in 1,000 years of healing. From whence my hope, I cannot say, but it grows in the cells of my skin, my envelope of mysteries. In this sheath so akin to the surface of the earth, I sense the faint song. Beneath the wall, beneath the wail and the dissonance, this singing rises. Winged ones and four-leggeds, grasses and mountains and each tree, all the swimming creatures, even we, wary two-leggeds, hum and call and create the changes. We remake our relations, mend our minds, convert our minds to the earth. We practice blending our voices, living with the vision of the great magic we move within. We begin the new habit, getting up glad for 1,000 years of healing. Well, welcome to Sarah and Barbara and Shobit from Shobit's in India. So welcome, Shobit. And it's good to see you all this morning. Thank you for coming. I hope that set you up for the weekend. And just a reminder that if you're in York, we're in the Museum Gardens at 11:15 to meditate. It's looking a bit rainy now. It's looking a bit grey. So, well, we'll have to see what happens. But do come along if you can. And unless it's actually throwing it down, we will carry on. And you can join us online at just before 11 if you'd like to. So have a really good day. Just mention our appeal. We're still appealing for funds for our new centre. So if you'd like to make a donation, there's a link with this video. And you can just, anything you can manage would be great. And thank you to all those who have donated in the last month or so. Thank you. It's really helping. So that's it from me for now, and I'll be back on Wednesday. Kate will be back on Tuesday morning at 8. I'll be here on Wednesday at 8, and I'll see you then. Have a good weekend, and stay safe and stay well. And lots of love to you.